Good evening, everyone. I'm Denzel Dominguez. Please watch my presentation about sweet potato, bar NSIC 30, and upland kangkong, Ipomoea reptans. The sweet potato, Ipomoea batatas, is a dicotyledonous plant that belongs to the bindweed or morning glory family. Convolvulacea, its large, starchy, sweet-tasting tuberous roots are used as root vegetable. The young shoots and leaves are sometimes eaten as green, which are monocots in the order Diosporiales. Sweet potato, locally known as kamote, and scientifically named Ipomoea batatacea, is popularly known as the poor man's crop in the Philippines. So, we can see in this image that this is the actual photo of my NSIC 30 variety of kamote. The next one is the kangkong or Ipomoea aquatica in his scientific name. Is a member of the Convolvulacea morning glory family and the same genus as the sweet potato. A plant kangkong is an herbaceous aquatic or semi-aquatic perennial plant of the tropics and subtropics. It is also known as a plant kangkong or the Ipomoea reptans, a common vegetable in the Asian market. It is one of the vegetables that are commonly found in the Philippines. Farmers cultivate it as a regular crop in lowland rice field, and it is the most cost-effective vegetable to produce. It is necessities less work because it does not require careful land preparation or irrigation. So in this image, we can see that that's my actual harvest of the upland kangkong in my area. Nature of the project. The project was named Sweet Potato Ipomoea batatas variety NSIC 30 and Upland Kangkong Ipomoea reptans production enterprise. The project was conducted as a sole proprietorship type of business. It was handled by an entrepreneur student. The project includes the production, management, and marketing of fresh, healthy, and good quality upland kangkong. Objectives of the project. The project aims to serve as a training ground for the student, entrepreneur, and the production of sweet potato and upland kangkong. Specifically, it aims to improve the agricultural entrepreneur student skills and knowledge in sweet potato and upland kangkong production. To gain a practical experience in the production and marketing of sweet potato and upland kangkong. Generate income from sweet potato and upland kangkong, and evaluate the profitability of a small scale for upland kangkong production enterprise. Time and place of the enterprise. The enterprise development project was conducted from January 2024 to May 2024 at the Cavite State University, Don Severino de las Alas campus, Indang Cavite. This specific time frame and location indicate the duration and venue for the project implementation. Everyone, sweet potato, bar NSIC 30, Ipomoea batatas, and upland kangkong, Ipomoea reptans are located in this area at Cavite State University main campus. Description of the enterprise. The project was named Production Enterprise of Sweet Potato and Upland Kangkong. It is a sole proprietorship type of business, meaning that is owned and operated by a single individual who in this case is the student entrepreneur. The student entrepreneur is responsible for various activities within the enterprise, including production, record keeping, monitoring, harvesting, and marketing. The Enterprise Development Project is located at Cavite State University, Don Severino de las Alas campus, Indang, Cavite. The project involves the growth and marketing of sweet potato and upland kangkong. Upland kangkong was one of the most marketable vegetable since it was used in a lot of dishes, whether as the main ingredient or as an accompaniment to other vegetables. The next one is the project involves the growth and marketing of sweet potato. Sweet potato offers delightful blend of flavor, nutrition, and health benefits, making it a valuable ingredient in gourmet dishes. The project aims to capitalize on the market demand and culinary versatility of these crops in the future. Layout of the project. In this picture, we can see the number of my farrow and plot in my area. The project had a total of 164.775 square meter area of land with a total number of 9 farrows in sweet potato and a total number of 8 plots in upland kangkong. The farrow in the sweet potato area had the size of 0.5 meter by 9.4 meter with the spacing of 0.5 meter. For the upland kangkong, the plot had the size of 1 meter by 9.4 meter with the spacing of 20 by 20 centimeter from hill and row and spacing of 0.5 between plots. This is my timetable of activities or the project activities during January to May. The procurement of materials start at 2nd week to 3rd week of January. Site clearing start on 3rd and 4th week of January. The plot clearing of kamote start on last week of January to last week of February. And the plot clearing for upland kangkong start 2nd week to last week of March. The indirect seedling of upland kangkong start 3rd week of March. And transplanting of kamote on 3rd week of February. Application of fertilizer in kamote start 2nd week of March. And for upland kangkong, start first week of April. The watering and weeding start 4th week of March to 4th week on May. The harvesting, post-harvest operation, and marketing start last week of April to last week of May. The weeding is the very important part in agriculture. I do weeding because I immediately remove the small weeds so that they do not grow and affect my crops. The upland kangkong costs 30 pesos of 1 quart, and 1/2 cost is 60 pesos, and 90 pesos is a 1 kilo. I do the selling by offering or posting on social media to gain a new customer and more customer to sell my upland kangkong production. The cost of supplies used in the production of sweet potato and upland kangkong. The materials that we use is the upland kangkong, seed, polyethylene bag, vermicast, complete fertilizer, early growth, rooting hormone, or it's called the anaa, that used for kamote to grow faster. So, 362.25 pesos in the cost of supplies used in the production of sweet potato and the upland kangkong. Then the next one is the cost of tools. The materials that we use is the hoe, rake, hose, bolo, and weighing scale. And the subtotal of all of this is the 492.92 pesos. Then take note, to get the annual depreciation, you need to minus the price to the salvage value and divide it to the number of lifespan of the tools or any equipment to get the annual depreciation. Next is the cost of labor. Our subtotal is 8,304, and we will see this in activity. All we are doing that the procurement of supplies and materials, land clearing, plot preparation, indirect seeding, transplanting, watering, application of fertilizer, feeding, harvesting, post-harvest handling operation, and marketing. So our wage only range from 48 per hour and range it to the 385 pesos. So we are not the ones working because we are the labor and owner. So we use our own fatigue and brain. And take note, to get the wage per hour, you need to compute the number of hours times per wage per hour to get this total. So we got 6,304 pesos in the cost of labor. And the other cost expenses, we will see the transportation, gasoline, land, and rental and water with subtotal of 1,612.75 pesos. The total cost of production, the cost of supplies is 362.25 pesos. Cost of tools depreciated 492.92 pesos. Cost of labor is 8,304 pesos, and the other cost is 1,612.75, total of 10,771.92 pesos. Next is the computation for net income in Upland Kangkong. To compute this method is net income equals gross income minus total production cost. Our net income is 15,375 minus the total production cost of 10,771.92 pesos equals 6,048 pesos. Then next is the break-even yield of the Upland Kangkong. Break-even yield equals total cost production divided harvest kilogram. This equals 10,771.92 pesos divided 71 kilogram equals 151.72 kilogram. The break-even yield of sweet potato. Break-even yield equals total cost production divided harvest kilogram. 10,771.92 divide 149 kilogram is equals to 72.29 pesos. The Upland Kangkong break-even price equals total cost of production divide price. 10,771.92 pesos divided by 90 per kilogram is equals to 119.69 pesos. And sweet potato break-even price total cost production divide price equals to 10,771.92 divided by 70 per kilogram equals 153.88. Return of investment or ROI. Net income divide total production cost times 100% is equals 6,048.08 pesos divided by 10,771.92 pesos times 100% is equals to 56.15%. The return of investment. The beginning balance in sweet potato is 500 pesos. And the total expenses is a total of 188.50, and the ending balance is 311.50 pesos. The cash flow in the Upland Kangkong, the beginning balance is 1,000 pesos. By the purchase seeds is 60 pesos, purchase fertilizers 15 pesos, gasoline is 141.25 pesos, and sprinkler 115 pesos, sandbag 61 pesos. And the total expenses is 392.25, and the ending balance is 607.75. My problems is the climate change. March through May is extremely hot. That's one of the challenges I've had with my Upland Kangkong crop. So what I've done is always water and wet my plants so that they don't wither or die. I also use a sprinkler to circulate the water throughout the day, used for irrigation in Upland Kangkong. Second is the not enough water supply. One of the issues in our farm areas is the inadequate water supply both by the piggeries and the dragon fruit farms competing water sources. My approach in this case is to arrive early in the morning, around 6 in the morning. I additionally utilize the drum to store water so that I could water earlier and without interruption. Next is the soil. One of the challenges I have encountered was the soil in our location was too hard before planting began. The third, there was crushed extremely truly before forming furrows and cut for the sweet potato and the upland kangkong. Next is the insight. So for me, the insight is in the CDP are conducted by sure entrepreneur and enable them to practice the knowledge, experiences, and state learned on the field. The project was also conducted to give more ideas and experience by producing an SIC 30 variety of kamote and the upland kangkong. And for me, the recommendation, there are so many various issues I have encountered, and the solution that different farmers have based on our difficulties and the solution we have encountered in our area. But these are the ones that we can suggest adapting when faced with the challenge. First, check the crop calendar. This is the very important to know, to see if our crop is appropriate for the weather and the location where it was planted. But for us, we are grateful that kamote and upland kangkong is our crop of choice. Because with the El Nino this year, kamote and upland kangkong are two crops that can sustain, grow, and thrive in this climate if you watering it every day, so it will survive. And we will suggest that farmers appear to use 1 to 2 seeds per hole. And to encounter many problems in our business, think on how to get rid of the problem and continue to have a great business. For me, that is my recommendation.